Ever feel like you're playing a digital hide-and-seek game with your payroll items in QuickBooks Online? Those crucial pieces of the puzzle that dictate how much you pay your employees, how much gets withheld for taxes, and ultimately, how smoothly your business runs. You're not alone. I've been there, staring at the screen, clicking through menu after menu, wondering, where did those darn payroll items vanish to? Let's face it, QuickBooks Online, while powerful, can sometimes feel like a labyrinth, especially when you're dealing with the nitty-gritty of payroll. It's not just about paying your team. It's about accuracy, compliance, and keeping your sanity intact. Imagine this: you've just hired a new employee, you need to set up their salary, you've got to factor in those overtime rates, and then there are the state-specific tax deductions. You're juggling multiple deadlines, and the last thing you need is to spend hours hunting down the right settings. Or maybe you're a seasoned QuickBooks Online user, but you've noticed some changes in the interface after a recent update. Suddenly, your familiar routines are thrown off, and you're left scrambling to find where everything has moved. It's like your digital office has been rearranged overnight, and you're the only one who didn't get the memo. And let's not forget the small business owners who are just starting out. You're wearing multiple hats, trying to manage everything from sales to marketing, and now you have to become a payroll expert too. The sheer volume of information can be overwhelming. You're thinking, I just want to pay my team fairly and on time, without getting bogged down in technicalities. The truth is, payroll is a critical function. Mistakes can lead to penalties, unhappy employees, and a major headache for your business. So, understanding where to find and manage your payroll items in QuickBooks Online is not just a convenience, it's a necessity. Now, before we dive into the step-by-step walkthrough, let's take a moment to understand what payroll items actually are. Think of them as the building blocks of your payroll calculations. They define the different types of earnings, deductions, and taxes that make up an employee's paycheck. You've got earnings items like regular salary, hourly wages, overtime, bonuses, and commissions. Then there are deduction items, which include things like health insurance premiums, retirement contributions, and garnishments. And of course, you can't forget about tax items, covering federal income tax, state income tax, Social Security, and Medicare. Each of these items needs to be set up correctly to ensure accurate payroll processing. Without them, you're essentially flying blind. So, where do you find them in QuickBooks Online? Let's get to it. First, you'll want to log into your QuickBooks Online account. Once you're in, look for the Payroll tab on the left-hand navigation menu. This is your gateway to all things payroll-related. Click on it. Now, here's where things can get a little tricky, depending on your QuickBooks Online subscription. If you're using QuickBooks Online Payroll Core, Premium, or Elite, you'll typically find the payroll items within the Payroll Settings or Payroll Setup section. Click on Payroll Settings. This will open a new page with various payroll-related options. Scroll down, and you should see a section labeled Payroll Items or Pay Items. Click on that. Here, you'll find a list of all your existing payroll items. You can see the different types of items, their names, and their associated settings. This is your central hub for managing all your payroll components. If you don't see the Payroll Items option directly within the payroll settings, it might be located in a slightly different place depending on your subscription or any recent updates to the interface. Look for options like Pay Types, Deductions, or Taxes. These are essentially different categories of payroll items. Let's say you need to add a new earning item like a bonus. Click on the Add Pay Item or New button. You'll be prompted to select the type of item you want to create. Choose Earnings, and then select the specific type of earning, such as bonus. You'll then need to enter a name for the item, specify the account it should be associated with in your chart of accounts, and determine how it should be calculated. You can choose from options like fixed amount, hourly rate, or percentage of gross pay. For deduction items, the process is similar. You'll select deductions instead of earnings, and then choose the specific type of deduction, like health insurance. You'll need to enter the name, account, and calculation method for the deduction. And for tax items, QuickBooks Online often handles the setup automatically based on your location and payroll settings. However, you can still review and modify these items if needed. Look for the taxes section within the payroll items list. It's important to note that QuickBooks Online may update its interface from time to time, so the exact location of these settings might vary slightly. If you're having trouble finding something, don't hesitate to use the search bar within QuickBooks Online. Just type in payroll items, and it should lead you to the correct location. Now, let's talk about some common pitfalls and how to avoid them. One mistake people often make is associating payroll items with the wrong accounts in their chart of accounts. This can lead to inaccurate financial reporting and make it difficult to track your payroll expenses. Another common issue is not properly setting up the calculation methods for payroll items. For example, if you're setting up an hourly wage item, you need to ensure that the correct hourly rate is entered and that overtime is calculated correctly. And finally, many people overlook the importance of regularly reviewing their payroll items. As your business grows and changes, you may need to add new items or modify existing ones. Make it a habit to periodically review your payroll settings to ensure everything is up to date. To make things even easier, QuickBooks Online offers a variety of resources to help you manage your payroll items. You can access their Help Center, which provides detailed articles and tutorials on payroll setup. You can also contact their customer support team for personalized assistance. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.